Welcome to Darker Days Radio presents Vampire the Masquerade. This is a Vampire the Masquerade streamed game for Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition. I'm one of the regular hosts of Darker Days Radio. I'm Chris. I am joined as always by Ben.
Hello.
By Fiona.
Hi.
And then by Ian.
Hello.
And we are continuing our
Good
chronicle
evening.
of 24-hour party monsters. It's been a couple of weeks, well, more than a couple of weeks due to life, doing real things, rather than just playing games. But anyway,
Yes.
we are returning back to where we were last time, where our coterie had sneaked into the Royal Infirmary in Manchester to have a look at the infected body that they came across at the rave. And while there, they were able to ascertain some more information about this infection and learn of its the peculiarities of this blood infection, and and very quick-wittedly hid in the morgue,
Nope.
in the cabinets, or just disappeared when some police officers came in, or some government agents, and it transpires that these are members of a group known as SO13 and seem very well informed about hemivores, blood drinkers, and that this is all one nefarious plan to rid the country of these of vampires. Of course, they have no care for the fallout of this. Once they're gone, the coterie stalked through the hospital looking for a survivor or someone that was actually afflicted with the disease. It turns out to be a ghoul. And they were obviously suffering a wasting condition from this infection. That led them further onwards to, well, along the way, one of them witnessed a ghost, and that was all kind of wiggy and weird. But anyway, they then continued.
No, we will not just anyway that is
No, we will.
But then you following the link from the ghoul to the ghoul's what would you call it? Ghoul's master, another vampire who lived in a old butcher's shop in Fallowfield.
I remember
her name
where we
being
were.
Jocelyn, and you discovered her as she was basically cupping blood out of the cavity of this person that she'd wrenched apart, and she was clearly ravenous and also infected.
Really sloppy
Only
eater.
one person? I feel like it was multiple people.
No, it was
just one.
And
Okay.
collectively, you basically pinned her to the wall and drove a stake through her heart, leaving her in torpor. And
Didn't we also find out?
Yeah.
Didn't we also find out that the blood disease means that you can't gain sustenance from blood?
Mm-hmm.
It
So
burns it out fast, yeah.
Yeah, so like they'll keep trying to feed, but don't get any sustenance, and so you're just making murderers.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, okay.
Until I guess you can imagine that until the point where they're burning vitae so quickly that a vampire is just gonna like fall into torpor as a result. Yeah.
Truly starved to death.
Or do something stupid, which is go hunting, and it's like, the middle of the day, and yeah. So we will pick up from there. I'm just going to have a look at our Twitch chart, see if we've got people watching. They're not, but we're recording it. Obviously, all these sessions are recorded and go up on YouTube, so you can catch up on all previous episodes there. You can catch up on all previous episodes of other streamed chronicles, such as Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay. And what else was interesting? And of course, you can download this scenario for free from the Dark Days Radio website and follow along.
Don't tell me any spoilers.
Yeah,
of course.
Please.
So,
I haven't read it yet.
You are currently in this dingy basement. It's cold. It has the old, cabinet freezers there. There's the stink and smell, obviously, that rats and vermin live down here. There are the belongings, the possessions, some furniture of Jocelyn's, because this is her haven, and so there's some basics.
You live
down
here.
There.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And obviously you can now let go, and this her prone figure, gore caking her face. She is she's rigid rigor mortis, as having staked her, she is now in a state of torpor. What are you going to do? What is your plan?
We should probably hose her off.
Fuck. I mean, the fuck?
Coats. It's cold in Manchester. Does she own a long coat? Let's start looking for coats.
Fashion.
No, to wrap her up in, we have to take her with us.
Oh,
Let's just get dog here.
Oh yeah, I guess that would work. Hey, he's got cleaners.
Yeah. And like he'll know how to hold her.
A problem solver. Let's call him. I like this plan.
Yeah. Don't we actually have?
I have a cell phone. Right. I got it.
Yeah.
Like we've got what's his face's number? Shit heel the dog. Cisco. We've got Cisco's direct line. Just get him to get dog and all of them here so we can find out more information whilst actually Chris, in this moment, he's not had a live subject for this thing before.
Who? Oh, dog. No, they've not had a survivor. No.
Oh no, he's not had a live subject for this thing before. Can I make a blood sort of occult blood sorcery roll or something like that to look at this thing from the sort of the power of blood and try and work out maybe
blood sorcery
what is going on?
Going to allow you to do that. I think you would need to have a lot of time doing basically a pure occult roll. Blood sorcery is more about the actual ability. Is about channeling vitae into rituals and abilities related to it. So if you want to get some cursory information, maybe Auspex could help. I don't know what Auspex discipline.
I've got Auspex 1. I've got Auspex 1. I can it's the sense the unseen.
Okay, so that's not really going to be useful for you right now. So I think essentially what you're going to need to do is get the body somewhere where you can perform an examination and start most probably doing some classic experimentation.
We call dog.
Well, I was gonna say, yeah, you guys call dog. I'm gonna begin looking her over and seeing what I can find out, because this is as much time to start this as anything else.
Okay. Is anyone gonna look around in her haven?
I will. Whilst I'll leave these two to do the messy. I will look from a little far. I won't be getting my hands too dirty.
Okay. So
I've still got my bag for life. So
obviously you have a look round. You start picking around, and you see that on a table there's a table with a setup of like a basic kind of computer setup. Clearly she somehow got internet in there, or is doing it wirelessly. And there's a small digital camera and some printouts of photos.
Ooh.
The photos themselves are of a figure entering the entrance to some underground, going down. So you can see that there's an entrance in like this in this wasteland, and the figure is walking down some steps into. You can imagine there's some sort of entrance that is dug into the earth.
Is there any like timestamps on it? Is it okay?
Yeah, there are some. There is timestamps on it. It's fairly recent, within the last from about 4 or 5 days ago.
And it's the same figure.
Yes, he's taken multiple pictures of this person and going in and out of the entrances, and there's a few photos of the outside of this location, and it's kind of like a steps cut into the some stone steps, concrete steps, leading to a rusted steel door, and then there's some further photos which are of the inside of it with kind of some notes of this would make a better haven. And
it would.
Yeah. And it's the inside is of concrete tunnels. There's some tiles on there, and as you're peering at it, you're sure that one of the posters kind of slapped up against the onto the wall that's all yellowed and tattered. It looks like one of those old propaganda posters from World War II.
Oh yes.
Keep calm and carry on.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Just keep. Interesting. And my final question would be: so the person that's obviously going in and out, are they carrying anything? Are they taking anything in, or is it just like they just look like they're leaving and entering?
They're just leaving and entering.
Okay. Good to know. Zana, I don't know. You possibly deal with computers. We did.
I'm on hold. What?
Sorry. Am I in a queue?
Yeah. So yeah, you, obviously, Zana, you're calling Cisco to
Dog.
or Dog.
I'm calling the Anarch.
Yeah, you're calling the Anarch. You're calling Dog. Yeah, it takes a while, and then you get this kind of gruff, obviously annoyed voice. Yeah, what?
Hey, you should probably get down here. Bring friends.
Is
and
that... Oh, Zana, yeah. What?
Yeah, sorry, it's Zana. Oh yeah, we found some
careful what you say, you know.
Yeah, I know. Phone. Yeah, I'm just saying that you should probably come down here. And
where's here
let's
exactly?
See. Well, I mean, can I tell you the address?
Look, let's meet. You know, let's meet.
We really shouldn't leave.
Right.
Tell you what. Where's the Chris? Where's the closest train station?
There isn't one today. You could always give a bus stop. That would mostly be the most useful thing to say. Or
that probably would. Right. Yeah, it's near a butcher shop, isn't it? So.
Yeah. All right. So it'll take me a little bit, but I'll meet you at such and such bus stop.
Yeah. He kind of like, goes quiet and he just asks someone else, and they're like, you kind of go, it's their boss. It's like, right, okay, yeah, I know where it is. Give us like, I don't know, 30 minutes to get enough people.
Yeah, well, it's not like it's a party or anything, but it's like an after party. It's like how
much cleaning fluid do we need?
Yeah, there's just it's like they threw a wild kegger and now we got to tidy the place up. Think like 3 or 4 blown kegs, like it's ridiculous.
Right. Okay. Well,
end of tenancy.
We'll do a nice deep clean. We'll be there. We'll get the stuff and we'll be there as soon as.
Yeah, and I'll come and meet you up top. All right.
Cool.
Click.
Obviously,
sorry,
the reason for that
what was
is of course the Second Inquisition, the fear of the police. Anyone listening in, vampires are and the Camarilla are very wary of modern technology.
Yeah, fuck the camp. Who cares about them? That's because they don't understand encryption.
Right. With that out of the way, you can continue.
What were you doing, E? Sorry.
I'm beginning an examination of the body as best I can with the available resources here, and beginning preparation of everything that will inevitably I'll need to look into my library, I imagine, to really get an idea for what this is. Like, we know that it's some sort of biological thing, but what I'm trying to find out, or what I'm looking into specifically, is whether or not, just because it's biological, my magic is all about blood. It's literally the basis of what he is. So I'm wondering if I can come up with a way of fighting this off based on blood sorcery.
And a vaccine made of blood sorcery, perhaps.
Well, I was thinking more abjurative protections, but yes, that too.
Excellent.
That too.
So I guess there's very little else to find on Jocelyn's person or in her belongings. You see that her rather basic mobile phone. It's a list of contacts, but you can likely imagine that's a list of either dealers or people that call her up for work, or that she obviously maintains as her herd. So there's no names, no phone numbers or anything that pops out as recognizable to you. None of them, though, as you can see, none of them have been, well, some have been called recently, and actually you check the one phone number, and then on the body there's a phone the mobile phone on the body of the person she's recently been feeding on. The phone numbers match.
Right.
So she had the forethought to call someone for food rather than dragging a stranger off the street, at least.
A brief moment of
delivery.
Clarity. Yeah.
Order in. Yeah.
Yeah.
That still requires like a certain level of like higher function, i.e. the beast may have taken over once the blood got here, but she was still able to recognize that she couldn't just drag someone off the street. There's a level of consciousness now.
Yeah, you can fight back the beast for a bit, but it will inevitably take over.
I have a couple of worrisome questions.
Hooray!
Yeah, right? Are any of us infected that we know of?
Possibly.
Okay. But we haven't had any like side effects yet.
No.
Well, that's the other thing that I was hoping to find out, was whether or not I could work out from this
what the stages are.
What the stages are, potentially the incubation time and stuff like that. But more than that, whether or not I can work out a way of identifying, like, because I can identify things through blood. So once I have that, I can. So if I could work out how to identify this thing, I could look at themselves and go, am I infected? Is anyone else? And that, more than anything, continues to prove their worth to Dog and the Camarilla. So yeah.
So the next question I have here is, I don't know about you all, but I'm at hunger 3 right now.
Oh yeah, me too.
Standing in a room full of blood, how bad is that for us?
Why would you say anything like that out loud?
Because it's an entertaining thing to ask on a live stream.
I was busy looking at this newfangled thing called a computer and the bitches.
I'm sorry, but I refuse to believe that Fiona does not interact with the computer on a regular basis, signing in guests.
No, look, Fiona does. Louise has a book.
That one. Oh, you do have a book, don't you, actually?
Of course I do. And I judge them. I'll rate them, go,
So
bad, no sense of dress. Exactly.
So eventually, the time comes, you go out to the bus stop nearby, you wait, and a nondescript Ford white transit van pulls up.
Oh,
it looks a bit rusty in places, and sat in the passenger seat is Dog, and clearly driving is mostly one of his ghouls, and you can more than likely hear inside the sound that there is others, sat inside the van.
Nice that you brought the abduction van with you.
What? This is
standard issue, mate.
Not suspicious at all.
Suspicious. Right. Hold on, mate. This is. You clearly haven't lived in the UK long enough, mate. Like.
No, I just don't get out much. I'm usually on a dance floor.
Yeah, Ford Transit van is perhaps one of the most common and reliable vehicles ever. Plus spare parts going everywhere, and no one notices it. So you know what? Fuck off. Anyway, where are we going?
Bring the buckets. We got a mess to clean up downstairs.
Right. Okay. We'll pull around the corner.
Oh, and
is there some parking? Yeah. Okay.
We gotta.
As if they care about parking.
Come here. We've got her staked in a bag.
Oh. Okay.
Can you help us move somebody?
Yeah. She's not. You're not. None of you got bit, right?
Of course not.
Good. Okay.
Completely believable.
They,
No one did get bit.
No one
did
did
they?
get
they
bit.
drive
Yeah,
the-
but I'm not
the-
believable.
the white
I'm a
van, there's
Sedite.
a bit
Nobody
of, there's a
believes
bit of
Sedites.
crunching of gears, and it drives round the corner and ducks in through. They go in through the alleyway and pull up outside, behind the butcher shop, and out the back come about 4 or 5 of other ghouls or members of Dog's kind of little coterie or gang, and they do have with them, buckets, gallons of cleaning fluid. They've got the works there. They mostly do operate on the side a little like cash in hand kind of cleaning service, more than likely, because they've got the goods. And you just
Of course.
point them where to go, and they go in and they start looking around. Some of them are just kind of sneer at it. One of them's says he's just going to wait outside and just keep an eye on things, and spots up a cigarette and just stands there on
Manager.
watch. And Dog happily heads down and is with you, looking at the prone body of Jocelyn. Right. So, you staked her. Well, at least she's still alive. It means we can potentially question her about what the fuck's going on. But how much... I'm guessing she wasn't thinking too straight?
You can see her covered in blood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
She was like that when we got here.
And the poor bastard, Jesus fucking Christ. She opened him up like a can of pilchards.
That's her spleen she's got on her face.
What's left of it anyway?
Right. And we've bagged... Well, we went to go have a look at her ghoul in the hospital that you told us about.
No, we brought him to you.
You brought him to us. Okay, good. So that's already done. Sorry, I forgot that bit. So he's dealt
okay.
with. Yeah. Okay, we've got him under. He's in a. Don't worry. He's in a storage container. We're not letting him out anywhere.
Little one or a big one?
A big one. He's got.
Okay.
He's got a bucket
He can walk
to piss in.
about.
He's all right.
Dog, I can't
Put him in a
stress enough
Tupperware.
that you really need to track, because we've got the first timeline here for an
Yeah.
infected person. You need to be checking on him every day. We need to find out what's going on.
Now, is she? The thing is, who did she catch it off? Is what I want to know.
Oh, we did see some feds who were talking about just giving it to people,
Yeah, but she still had to feed from someone to pick it up.
or they injected her, or they injected somebody who she's going to feed off of. Didn't they say something about following feeding patterns? Because it wasn't
Yeah.
supposed to work on humans; it was supposed to only work on licks.
Right.
So they're inoculating the populace.
Well, they're doing a piss poor job of that, considering what happened to the poor girl and the other victims.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
Formula's
this
not
isn't-
quite right yet.
Yeah.
And they don't seem to give a toss anyway, so that's, to them, it's just a few broken eggs, right? So what are we gonna do now? We'll clear up. We've got the body. We'll take it somewhere where
Right.
you can examine it if you want.
Can you get it to the hotel? You've got a
Guess we
loading
could.
dock, haven't you?
Yeah, I guess we could put it. We could go in through. Yeah, we could get to the hotel.
Yeah, I'm just thinking that if
Is that the safest place?
no, but as long as I keep her in torpor and we get some really, really big chains and manacles. Actually, what am I talking about? Louise, you've got guests that are into some foul stuff. I am sure you've
That
got.
is- Now, I'm not allowed to talk about those things, but maybe
Do you or do you not have access to bondage equipment?
I will look in the boardrooms. I'm sure there'll be one.
I think
That is not
enough
occupied.
footballers go there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Look, I can't say that I've met Cristiano Ronaldo, but he has left his.
But
He
I
has left us
can
his
say
key.
that he
Wait,
has a
I'm missing something.
spectacular flogger.
What is the connection of footballers to BDSM? Am I missing something?
There's
That's an entire different podcast.
Yeah, there's an age-old sort of thing of footballers going to certain hotels with people and getting caught in particularly like
Wayne Rooney is the biggest example.
Compromising
Yeah.
positions. Okay.
extreme is more what I would go for. This is not just compromising. This is extreme.
Yeah, type of
Yeah.
content that is also quite likely scatological in nature and will turn up in the pages
Daily
of the
Mail
Sun and
inevitably.
Daily Mail.
Yeah.
Aha.
Look,
Mhm.
I'm sure I can find to make sure one of those rooms isn't occupied, although I'm sure my side hustle with the Daily Mail and Wayne Rooney will continue.
That's fine. I just need her somewhere that I can.
Sure. But if
You
there's any
know.
damage,
Then I believe Dog will be paying for everything.
Mhm.
I'll be paying for some.
Anyway, but yeah, that is totally fine. Mr. Dog, these and the big bosses. Oh no, you are the big boss. Sorry,
Yeah.
Mr. Dog. Do you recognize where this haven is? Do you see where it? I don't know. It showed the pictures and stuff, and I'm like, recognize
Hey, she's
it?
got a
Recognize
computer.
that person?
Hold on. I don't know the location.
I'm
I
sure
do
Zana can
know the
enhance.
face. Hold on, show me that one. Give me that one. Hold on, is that computer running? Right? Could you? Is the photo on there? Because this printout is mostly.
I believe Zana.
Oh yeah, I'll
I
take a
was
look.
gonna say, yeah,
It really
Xana
requires-
and E can just go over to
No,
not
no.
much effort for you to
I know,
start
but-
going through the files and
even
blowing
password
up the
protected.
relevant picture.
Wait,
Like
before we do that as well, can we reverse Google image search the poster? Because if that's anywhere, it will pop up connected to something as well.
it's a generic. It'll be one of the propaganda
It wa-
posters of the era.
But
but it's on a wall next to a big door sort of thing. Whilst
but
we
it's
might not know where
true.
that is.
that's true.
Like if it's like
yeah.
a bunker with like tours and stuff, that'll be on the web somewhere. My thought is it's an old World War II bomb
Yeah.
shelter, but there's
Yeah.
quite a few of those in Manchester. But they have tours and they have things that engage with them, so we could just look.
Yeah. Obviously, not all of them are open to tours because some of them are
No.
in a lot of disrepair. Anyway, so yeah, you blow up the face, and Dog kind of like peers at the screen.
Enhance.
It is without CSI's
Sci-Fi
bullshit.
Channel enhance.
Oh, rubbish. But Louise does it. Secretly, she does watch CSI. It's just like enhance.
Right there. It's right there. Zoom in.
Zoom in. Done.
Can we get more pixels?
I think actually I know who that is.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
not me. I wasn't there.
So there's a bunch of them, right? There's a coterie that's out in where's their haven? I think they're out kind of Castlefield area, and they're called the Red Shuck. Devil dogs, basically.
Wait. Devil dogs.
That's what they call themselves. They're not actually got
No.
fucking devil dogs.
Because we saw someone stalking out at a train station with a massive fuck off black dog that had red
yeah,
eyes.
we did.
And was stalking you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty
Well,
sure that
you
might be the
know,
person who fed at the party.
Some people do ghoul dogs, actually like feed them fucking vitae to dogs, which gives you altogether kind of they're no longer roll over Beethoven kind of deal anymore, right? They're properly go for your throat.
If it was infected with this,
That's an interesting idea.
that would be a very, very dangerous dog.
Well, those other bodies were also found in Castlefield. The one that died on the bus and outside. those
Right.
houses.
How many people in this coterie?
There's about 4 of them.
Including the guy in the picture, or
Yeah. They're quite young, relative speaking, even compared to ye lot. So they're
We all make a
deal-
face.
Their
it's like the youngest of us here is like 50 years old.
Their whole
Yeah, but-
deal is they're still kind of like pretending that they basically they're in a band. They're still trying that old shit. I mean, it gets some money. Yeah, they're playing in some of the smaller bars. Gets some money. Gets them easy hunting. So good for them. But they've got somewhere where they all hang out. It's basically some warehouse near the canals. I can give you the address because this cleanup here, and obviously as they look around some of the other bits of the basement, you see there are other bodies rotting.
Oh, yes.
How many?
There's about, let's say there's enough body bits for maybe 5 people.
Right,
shit.
and he saw her 3 days ago,
Yeah.
Roughly, yeah.
and before that, she was a functioning member of Vampiric Society. She was a bit of a
how
loner,
well
but
she's functioning is another thing. Yeah, but
she was a bit of a loner, and she was a junkie, but she wouldn't have killed, which means that she's been
this is
infected
accelerated.
to this stage for 5 days, presumably, and that this is an escalation pattern potentially.
Mhm.
Because 3 days ago he was infected, and now he's hospitalized. Well, he should be hospitalized. So we're starting to get an actual, like, a pathological pattern here of like the incubation period to escalation period, let's call it that. Okay,
so we're going to tidy up
So-
that, and we'll
Yeah.
bag her and take her to. We'll get her in via, we'll get her past
Did
into the hotel.
did you
into the
send
warehouse.
someone to the hospital to see if you can ID those 2 hunters?
We had a look.
They already gone.
Yeah. And also, I've not yet tried to get any of the CCTV. That might take a little bit more effort.
I
but
assumed.
if they're well connected, then I assume they're mostly pretty good at wiping this type of information as well.
Well, that's why I drew you the pictures.
Yeah, exactly.
Can you circulate them as like?
Oh yeah, we're gonna keep an eye out for them. We want to know, because obviously
Okay.
we're not gonna go after them straight away, because where there's 2, there's mostly
There's-
more. And if they're also,
Well, we know they're working
and
with
if
an
they're government,
organization.
if they're government based,
Yeah.
then we're in for a whole other level of pain. Because they've got them. It's not just a bunch of. It's not like the good old days where someone who's a bit annoyed because like their loved one got killed by some vampires, and they get together. They have their own little self-help group, and then they create a little group that go out hunting vampires, and they self-fund themselves, and they get.
Yeah, it's not table leg hunters anymore.
No. These aren't people that shop at Aldi. We're talking like people that have got like fucking actual guns, and
Ooh.
like
Co-op.
we're talking like, from what I heard from what happened down in London, we're talking like people that wear full bloody body armor with like launching
UV
stakes,
rounds and like that.
shit like that. It's a bit crazy, a bit scary.
I'm
So-
just going to raise this again, dog. At what point do we recognise that we've got an invasion of Manchester, and that this isn't about Anarchs and Camarilla anymore? Like, this is not about strength. If there's an organisation backed by the government releasing a virus into Manchester, that's all kindred. That is all of us. That there's no way.
Well, there might be a way to mobilise, but we have to be careful. First of all, let's make ourselves look clean, and then we can talk to the Camarilla and have
Fine.
have the advantage on them, because it's Yeah, we do work together sometimes. I mean, like, you know, I have been friendly with some of them when we've had to go up against like those psychos coming in from Liverpool. But that was before the beckoning and all this. Like, oh, the Sabbat have got to go off to some grave war somewhere. You know, all that nonsense that you hear from the few freaking blood crazed lunatics that we find.
I'm just saying, like, we're talking about the Inquisition.
Yeah, I know.
And we're talking about the Inquisition. This is not kicking in heathens and
yeah. Well,
holy
the other thing
water
we have
baths.
to be aware of, they can only pull so much funding. Like there's certainly government, but like they're having to like you know misappropriate funds for this kind of shit. So,
If they do a blood drive with infected needles, this thing could be in the Manchester population within days.
well, are we assuming they're wanting to release it as it is right now? Because what it looks like is this, from what you said, they weren't quite satisfied with the virus as it is right now.
No, they weren't. But what I'm saying is it doesn't matter about funding if you've got a biological weapon that you can release and that. Sure, at any time they might want to go, the lethality of this thing's a bit too much on the population. But if they kill us, I don't think we are talking about people who are coming at this from like a purely rational thing. This is zealotry.
Oh yeah,
It's zealotry that's informed, like, and educated, which is what makes it scary, you know. But this is, fuck it, I'm scared. This is this.
I know.
This is more.
Look. I'm gonna sort out stuff here. We'll get the body there. What I want you to do is get your ass over to where this fella and his coterie hang out and see what's going on for me, all right? Because this is going to take a bit of time for me to clean up. And I want to do it right. And I want this place ready. I want it spick and span so it can be on fucking Rightmove, right? By tomorrow. I want it clean, okay?
Wait, can I also, like, you know, we can handle ourselves, but we're not fighters.
Yeah, I'm not asking you to go in there and fucking take heads, all right? I just want you to just go over, watch what they do, follow, and, well, you seem to have dealt with one person one-on-one, so if you feel that you have to step in step in as a group and take out one of them for me, I'll even give you something.
I don't want to kill anybody. I don't do that.
Well, I was about to give you any. I'm sure, didn't he give you a machete as well?
Yeah.
I'm holding it in my bag for life.
Machete.
Yes. I'm clasping it like a fucking handbag. So
We're the most non-violent vampires you are ever going to be.
We literally are. Like, we have cast aside the entire basis of this as like we do combat. It's like, no, we are party people.
Right, okay. Look, if you're gonna, he brings over one of the cleaners.
I hire bouncers for my club for a reason. Like
open
open the
open up the toolkit, and it's literally a toolbox, and they open it up, and there's some spanners in there, and they take off the top bit, and inside are two small pistols. Right.
Hey, those are illegal.
If you need these, use them. But, you know, if you use them, just be aware where you use them. Like, if you're in Moss Side, you're gonna get away with it. But if you're in the middle of town, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I saw a special on the internet about these parabolic microphones that London has where they can tell you where a gun's fired anywhere in the city. Do they have those here?
No.
You're
I look like I should know? I don't watch. What Discovery Channel nonsense you been watching? I don't watch that shit.
Manchester's like 5 years behind London. That's what I once said
Yeah.
on The Apprentice, which is really fucking mean.
Look, just get your
All right,
ass.
so we have 2 guns, and we're gonna go and talk to. We're gonna go and look at the hellhounds.
We're just going to go look. Yeah.
As
Devil
a
dogs.
point, just as an out of character thing, can anyone actually wield firearms? Because I was just checking my character sheet.
Yeah, I know.
No.
That's why it's
Like,
funny.
no.
I will be rolling 3 dice, and that's
Let me
it.
see.
So, I will be keeping the machete, thank you. It's in the bag, so I'm happy with that.
I
Is
mean,
Louisa
if you want, you can
actual,
ask to
like-
trade. Do you want? Do you feel not comfortable with that? He can mostly sort you out.
No,
with something else.
like I mean, firearms-based things that's gonna presumably come off dexterity, I imagine. So
yeah.
that's 3 dice for me rather than 2 dice if it gets into close combat. So that's like my best bet. But I did not make a combat character.
No, I know.
I get hangnails that can sometimes scratch people. It's the best I got.
Right. I guess it's all right, dog. I'll take the guns because they
You
will
take
come
the
in
guns.
handy.
Look, if you're not.
That was out of character. Remember, that was me checking in to see
Yeah,
if
no.
any of us could actually wield.
Look, if you. Hold on a minute. We must have something useful. Like he's
You don't have anything in the side part of the white transit van.
Oh, we
In the
might
glove
have something.
compartment.
I'm just trying.
Zuka?
To think.
Hmm.
Hold on a minute.
Chainsaw.
Hold on.
They- they don't need
It may
parallel
not be
microphones for
useful
that.
in a sense of a kind of they're coming at you kind of like bit of a Barney, but get the propane tank and get the sprayer, right? The good sprayer, and
Dibs.
basically one of the cleaners comes back with what is a small makeshift kind of flamethrower.
Yeah.
Now, of course, understand we use this for cleaning, and we also use it for cleaning. You'd be surprised what it does wonders for weeds. But
You know what? I'll take the pistol and
but it's not a small propane tank by all. You're gonna be
yeah.
It's like spray. It's like I said, it's like spraying fucking weed killer. But it's just flammable. But it'll work, and all I say is, grit your teeth when using it, because trust me, when I've had to use it, it's you feel a little bit too close for comfort, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
I am definitely just.
We
going to
all hear
take the
that,
piss.
and as players, we're like, make note. Do not stand next to Zana when using it.
Well, yeah.
We all heard that.
Yeah, you know that I also have a clan weakness against bright light, right? So this is gonna be double
Oh,
fun.
like a moth to a flame. Right.
I'm just waiting for you to explode into flame and go shrieking out of a window. That's all I'm saying.
Wilhelmston. Can I
Smash.
ask, gentle folks, do we not need the boardrooms then for
No, we're gonna need that because I'll need her
Okay.
to do
Well,
any
it's- well,
testing.
I had a look at the diary and Mr. Rottweiler's on at 1, so maybe I'll ask him to cut his session short. Right, shall we?
His session what? Being flogged?
Do you only have one set of BDSM gear?
Well, of course we have to rent it out and clean and stuff. It's very lucrative at Hotel Gotham.
So you have
Mis-
one
Mr.
to cater to the
Mr.
entire
Rottweiler is a
hotel.
very busy man.
Dog
He's in
just
high
walks
demand.
away and starts wrapping Jocelyn's body. They basically have like cling film, and they just start wrapping the body.
That's
And
great.
they've got big yellow gloves as they're doing this. They're like everyone
Yeah,
is
don't
like,
Taking no
that.
chances. Yeah.
Does this come with a backpack?
Bag for life.
No, that's my bag. You can't take my bag.
no, it doesn't come
What?
with a backpack. No.
It's just carrying
Just like
bug.
you
Oh
can
my
always
god.
you can always whack it against someone as well.
Weed sprayer full of propane. Jesus.
Well, propane
We're
tank
all-
plus gun.
We're all
doing
gonna
well.
die. We're all
This
Right.
is a terrible idea. This is a terrible idea.
Shall we go find the address
Yes.
of the
Yes.
warehouse, and we'll
Were we able to do anything with the Google image search, by the way? Because I do think that's something worth looking at.
Yes, you've got you do actually have a few matches. There's you've got a few matches, but you don't have a particular exact location because there's actually like a couple of abandoned old air raid shelters or bunkers like that. These would be the ones which obviously have been presumed they should be, closed up and not for visitors.
Yeah.
They're only used by historians to go down there if they're going to look at things, or they're in such a bad state of repair they're like suffering from like flooding or other related issues. So there's at least 3 places in the Manchester area where it could be, but you can't narrow it. The picture doesn't narrow it down to one. It just takes you to a website that has a list, and it's kind of like
Right.
That's the only ones that kind of make sense.
Okay, well, at least we've got that list, because that's, like bumbling around Manchester is like a day's worth of working / driving. But
And you are,
if
the night is,
Oh god.
yeah,
disappearing on you.
Still the same night, yeah. Oh.
yeah. How long have we got left until dawn?
When did things start? It started like you started off things at like 11 p.m. So you're
When
at,
E
like,
burnt
about-
down that bookshop, and
Yeah,
then we had the
you're-
that was
raid.
already-
that was days ago. That was
Was that
2
days ago?
days ago.
Yeah,
That was 2 days ago.
You're at about you're almost closer to 3 a.m. and so sunrise is you've got basically the best part of 3 hours to do anything.
How far away are we from the site?
From Castlefield, it's not going to take you that long to get there. It's literally going to be a 15-20 minute drive, maybe
think-
less than that even.
We probably should go and at least stake out and see if anyone returns
Hmm.
and get a quick. I believe they're called Ubers back to the
how
hotel.
long is it going to take us to get from the Castlefield location to Hotel Gotham?
Not very
Yeah.
long at all. They're like literally next door to each. In
Okay.
relative terms, it's like literally 5-minute drive.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Sweet.
All
Then
right.
yeah, we can watch for a little while and see if anyone comes back. And
Relative
Emergency
safety.
Uber it. Yeah.
Yep.
yeah,
And I guess you're gonna get driven there because none of you drive.
that's Cisco's job. Cisco
Cisco's
was
job.
literally
He's,
given to us.
Yeah, you're back in. Cisco is back. You basically text him to say to pick you up and where you're going, and he acts as your chauffeur as always for the night.
Yep. I call shotgun instantly just to sit next to him because I hate him so much. But I can't show sign of weakness. So that's
I'm
it.
gonna put the propane in the trunk.
Yeah, you head off and you drive off into the area of Castlefield. So there's some more modern buildings. There's apartment blocks. There's also other buildings that are more run down, old warehouses, old factories. There are various, there's the canals. So there's also archways over the canals. You can actually walk down the canals and into the underground canal system underneath Manchester. You would be able. There are also the more industrial steel overpasses which carry the trains or trams. It is, there's a lot of variety. There's some areas that are still cobblestones. There's also you're near where the Castlefield also has the remains of the Roman fort that was there back from when Manchester was Mammacum. Which also means you're near where the remains were discovered of a Mithraeum back in the day. There was a Mithraeum in Manchester. You head up to what is a warehouse, but it's within an archway of a train viaduct. And it's basically just corrugated, steel over the front of the of this warehouse with a 2 large doors and a smaller door inset into one of them. and that's where it is. You could possibly walk past it or just briefly drive past it to just kind of scope the place out before, I guess, getting out and deciding to either watch it for a bit or even try and sneak in. It's entirely up to you what you want to try and do.
We not do like a unironic stakeout, just like in the car with Cisco there.
I think that sounds fabulous.
You could park up somewhere nearby and just sit there for a while.
Yeah, how many sort of means of ingress into this place, Arthur?
There's
Just
definitely
the one.
one means of ingress. You don't know if there is another exit on the other side. There mostly is a fire escape. Obviously, because it's in the archways, there's no windows on the other side because the archways have other warehouses around it. But there might be windows that lead in from the rear that provide some illumination.
Xanadu, how your stealthy power that only works if you're still, doesn't it? Not if you're
Yeah,
not.
I can't really wander around with it. I'm good at like being overlooked, but I can't sneak around.
Okay, tell you what. Why don't you guys park up? I'll do a quick and see if there's another way out, and then if there isn't, we can find out where we want to be parked up based on that. And if there is, maybe we go for 2 teams, and some at the back, some at the front, just to make sure. Because once we find out a position for you to sit, you can just sit
Camp
there
out.
and be invisible.
Yep.
And I'm pretty good at not getting spotted by, kindred.
As long as they don't have cameras set up, we should be fine.
Good.
I'm good.
Okay, as you're gonna wait about and watch.
I'm gonna go for a wander to make sure there's
Okay.
no back exit or entrance, if you will.
Yep, sure.
And then we'll find out how we're gonna surveil this place.
I mean, with a brief walkabout, it's clear you can identify where the back entrance is, and it's a large wooden door, and the back of the archway is bricked up. There's a few small windows at the top, but those have been clearly pasted over with newspaper to block out any light.
Looking around, is there anywhere that would give us like a really good spot to look at this from that might be a little bit less obvious to people?
You could walk up onto one of the other nearby, because there'll be 2 railway viaducts. You could clamber up and just sit, perch, looking, well, not perch on it, but look over the side of the viaduct and be able to look down. You'd be pretty high up, which would be good if you needed to drop down on them, if that's what you wanted to do.
I'll walk back to the car and tell them that then.
And there are some you can mostly get up there if you'll have to mostly do a bit of a walk in some direction where it's easier to get literally onto the train tracks and then walk along back to that position.
Okay, so 2 ways in and out of this place. So 2 people in the car watching the front door and 2 people watching that. Who wants to go where?
Well, Cisco's staying in the car because it's his car.
Louise, I'm guessing you want to stay with Cisco?
I saw that cheek. Well, I think Mr. Cisco needs someone to look after him to make sure he's him and proper. So I will offer my services to remain here within this.
So you're going to offer services to Mr. Cisco whilst you're here?
I am destroying your room when we get back.
Okay, darling. Well, Xanadu, it's me and you.
As you get up to go, he just
lights a marijuana cigarette. All right, let's do this.
He's like, Cisco's like, so, Louise, you want what do you want on? You want I'll put it on Classic FM then. Radio 5.
Please, at least put it on Radio 2.
Right.
I love hearing Terry. It's been a while.
3 a.m.
It's been a while since I've heard him.
Cisco just like sits there and is just like, oh god, when's this?
Yeah. Stony silence.
Yeah. And you two can obviously head off and to get to your vantage point from which to.
Hey,
Yes,
E!
Alan. Yes.
E.
Yeah.
Should I bring the flamethrower?
Oh God, yes.
The propane out of the
And
trunk.
I sort of I'll wind down the window and I'll say, sorry, is there a call sign if you see something or if you get into some sort of trouble? Is there anything you want to say to? Is it just that flame? If we see flame?
You
No,
are gonna see.
Phones.
Oh,
We've got Cisco's number. Though, if you do
Right.
hear a massive explosion, presume that Xanadu has blown themselves up.
yeah.
Okay.
Really, you honestly, if it explodes, you should not come and check. You should just run.
Yeah. Yeah. Just drive
Really?
away. We're already dead.
Oh, all right, and then zoom.
Window goes back up.
Yeah. Just as we get just beyond the sort of the range of potential kindred hearing, I'm just gonna look at Xan and just go, they're gonna fuck.
I thought she hated him.
Exactly.
What? I'm so confused.
You cut back to the car. It's like, so
Cisco's literally playing on Candy Crush on his phone.
ugh. What what level is that? What is this?
It's a game.
Oh, and is there a purpose, a point?
Yeah, you do this and you score points and you get to the next level.
Oh, and what's after that?
Another level. And
And
you just
after
keep
that?
going.
Oh,
Just like real life.
so you never really truly crush the candy. What a waste.
I don't think you really crush any candy. You just press the screen.
No, it's just a waste. Hmm.
Why? What are you going to do? Do you need me to go get you... Do I need to go get you a copy of like the Guardian crossword or something?
Oh, don't be ridiculous. Telegraph. Go on.
And he just continues playing on his phone. Anyway,
Totally going to fuck.
a good half hour or so passes, and there seems to be no activity from within the warehouse. No one going in, no one going out, until walking down the back towards the back entrance, there is a young woman or teenager. You can't really tell by the age. Short cropped hair, kind of looks a bit thin, baggy t-shirt, jeans, Doc Martens, and is hand
Typical
in
goth.
hand with a similarly kind of emo dressed young man, and they take a brief moment and lock lips quite happily. She's pushing him against the wall, and then satisfied, she continues to lead him towards the back door of the warehouse, and she pulls out a key and she unlocks it and starts to lead him in.
I'm just gonna flick on because presumably we'll have a pretty good vantage point in.
Yeah.
I'll flick on my eyes to see if I can see in, because obviously I can perceive in the dark then.
Yeah.
And I'll also kick off my words. Sorry, let me get the actual name of the thing up on my phone. Name of the ritual is... Okay, I'm going to have to put on my actual glasses so I can read it off my screen because the phone's not working anymore. So I no longer get to look fabulous. Fine, world.
Fine. You've got to see first.
Yeah, it's outrageous. I miss being able to wear contact lenses. I genuinely do. is it eyes of the sense the unseen? I'll kick off sense the unseen as well. See if there's anything, if it's warded or if there's anything, if the young woman is kicking off a power or vice versa.
Yeah, you don't detect anything like that. But there is, as the door opens, you do see some light spill out. There is shadows moving within. So there is someone within the warehouse. You do also distinctly hear the sound as the door opens. You do hear now the sound of some music playing inside.
So that's at least one dead person that's just gone in there. Either she's kindred or he's kindred, and either way, one of them's going to be dead. I'll text Cisco because Louise will not have her phone.
Wait, what are we supposed to be doing out here other than saying, "Yep, there's vampires here"?
That's it.
Okay.
Cisco gets a notification, and he looks at. Says someone's gone in through the back, so I guess we going in.
I think so. I mean, we've got a bit of time. What say you? I'm at this point. I'm like going, I need to make the best of the situation, and Zano's saying I need to make friends. I'm like, what do you think, Mr. Cisco? Why don't you and I go up and maybe try and get in through that bit? Yes, good. I hate this.
He kind of nods, and then you just see him pull. Just
That's so
lift
good.
up his big puffer jacket, lifts up the bottom of it and pulls out a small handgun and just checks it and puts it back in place, hidden.
Not to be outdone, I open my bag for life to check the machete's still there, and then shut it. It's like, all in good order.
Yeah, you might need that. That'll be good.
Yeah. Good.
You handy with it? You can do more than make a sandwich with it?
Mm-hmm.
Get out the car and do my best not to slash the tires because I know we need to go home after this.
So you're going to go up to the front door?
Yeah, where the other door that we're sort of looking at, I think we'll go through there and I have a see. I'm just gonna go
he gets a text from Cisco. We're gonna knock on the door.
Oh, Santa darling, it looks like Cisco and Louise have decided to kill themselves.
Well, it is almost dawn. What's going on?
They've decided to go in.
Why?
Honestly, I do not know. I have no idea what is going on through their heads.
Is he trying to impress her or something?
Yeah, it's
you can both make perception
people,
rolls.
darling. What the fuck am I gonna know?
You can
about
both make a wits plus composure roll.
I like the idea that it's Mr. Cisco impressing me, whereas in fact it's me going, yeah, let's. So it's a sort of competition thing.
Wits plus
composure.
How many dice is that for me?
Do we include our hunger dice?
Of course.
Oh, good. Fuck, where's my dice app?
5 and 1 hunger. That is 3 successes. Come on. There we go.
Okay.
3 successes.
It's loading advertisements. Hang on. There we go. All right. I have 3 successes.
Okay.
And I don't think it's sloppy. It's you can't really see it. I have 2 red onks and 1 white onk.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, it's not starred
Yeah, it's only if
Okay.
it's a crit that it's missing.
Okay,
isn't
good.
it?
Yeah, so you're there, crouched, looking over the wall, the very top of the side of the viaduct, looking down at the back entrance of this warehouse. And then for a moment, you then just like you're watching, kind of wondering what the hell's happening on the other side. You know, what Cisco's even thinking, what Louise even thinking, when someone just like you realize someone's right is also kind of crouched along with you, also looking down, and it's just like perching like leaning against the wall, just looking down and going. So your friends are gonna go knock on the front door. That's ballsy.
Who the fuck are you?
Oh, sorry. Introductions. Yeah, sorry. So he's He's almost 6 foot tall. He's dressed in a business suit. He's got longish black hair that's tied back in a ponytail. He's also got wireframe glasses and a scar below his left eye. Just for quickly introductions to that. He's mostly, he's European, or at least Anglo-European. You can assume. He just looks. Oh, sorry. Name's Vito Cole, but you mostly know me by we've never met. I'm the lictor. I'm what is it the Americans call it? The sheriff, I think, is the other term.
Why are you here?
I'm interested in, I think, what you're interested in. Our concern is that they've got a friend. The people, the coterie here, might be infected. Oh, sorry. I work for the.
Yeah, no. I know who you
arbitration,
work for.
Yeah.
I know who you work for. All right,
I'm
not out
impressed
of
you're
affairs.
here. I wouldn't assume you're anarchs, right?
As are they.
Yes.
So what are you doing here?
Oh well, it's my business as lictor to.
To what?
Well,
You minister your
I'm
little
not
group,
really the
don't you?
sheriff. I guess someone else is the sheriff. I'd like
Yeah.
to be sheriff. Technically, what I am is I'm
An assassin.
Yes, that's right. The Hound is what we all the other
Scourge.
dimension.
Yeah.
Scourge. Yes,
So,
Scourge. That's a good term.
As we've established, this is anarch business. Nothing to do with a camarilla.
Well, if they're infected with what we've been
So-
hearing about, I think it is our business.
So wait, you want to know when it's our yeah. I'm intentionally doing
Like-
this.
Like you can feel Xana next to you. Like, I've got a flamethrower. Like, we can...
yeah. I'll yeah. So you don't want anything to do with this until you want something to do with this when it's not a time for you to have anything to do with this. I'm just trying to make sure I understand the
I'm
camarilla
just
here.
making sure that this situation is dealt with and it doesn't spill over and affect those members of. No, we're not all rich. I'm a bit offended.
You're
by
not?
that. No.
You're not all rich.
No.
What's the no? We're not going into that. That's ridiculous. Right?
There are
Okay,
members
you're
of the
not.
Camarilla who certainly live in the sewers round here. I have nothing against how they want to live.
The privileged, then. Fine.
Maybe we are a little, but that's because of our connections. The fact we understand the need for how we operate.
Is this the best time to engage in class defenses when our friends are about to walk in there?
Yeah, but what I
you
don't
first off
want
the door.
is him. I'm sorry. I'm assuming there because of just everything about you.
That was very offensive. Intentionally. Yeah, no, that's my like side Xana 2E. That was very offensive. Like, please continue. Like,
okay.
you can offend the hound all you want. I'm completely fine with that.
Yeah. So just what is it that you want in this situation? Because we are not gonna be okay with you being here.
Oh no. I'm quite all right with you dealing with this. Consider me the last resort. Like, if you can't deal with this mess, I will facilitate things being sorted out properly.
Oh.
What makes you think that anyone within the Camarilla isn't infected already? I'm curious.
Because we're a bit more careful about how we feed. And we're a little bit more...
Of course you are.
...in the know
I'm sorry,
about what's going on.
Okay, so you're a little bit more in the know about what's going on. Where did this come from?
Well, we have. I think I know you were in the hospital.
You don't know shit.
You're reaching, aren't you? You've got no fucking clue, and you're jumping on this now because you are scared, and you genuinely think there's a chance this is already in your little.
I think there's a danger. I mean, I can continue this conversation, but I think if I'm right, your friend's not knocking on the door right now, and cut to. As like minutes earlier, there's a rap on the door.
Xana's looking for a lighter.
Raps on the door, and there's
I've got a plan, Mr. Cisco. Just follow.
There's no response, and then Cisco's like, and then he knocks really fucking harder, hard on the door. Yeah. And then the door creaks open, and it's the same young girl I described earlier. And she's like, "Can I help, Miss?
Yes,
Mrs."
Oh, so kind, dear.
Mr. and Mrs.
Look, I'm sorry to be calling at this such a late hour, but I was wondering if we could have an appointment with the boss. We hear there's
Yeah, I'm the boss.
I'm sorry, dearie. Well, you look very. Oh, it's so great to be such a young age, and yet the boss of everything. My name is...
She looks at you a moment, and you see her eyes kind of just go kind of glassy or reflective for a moment, and then she's like, cut the shit, right? I know what you are."
Oh, no, I was going to be completely clean about it. My name is Louise. I am the hotel manager at Hotel Gotham.
Oh, that fucking place.
Oh, that fucking place.
I like her.
Kate for nonsense, don't you?
Well, I was wondering whether your little sort of not try to look past the door, but like band business.
Yeah,
would be interested in doing some. Oh, that's lovely. Well, I was wondering if we might have a little chat about some upcoming performances and maybe some more business deals.
What is this for? I'm sorry. This is a. Do you want a business card? Do you want? I can give you. We've got. Well, I can give you an email.
Darling,
I'm in the middle of something right now.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry, but it's really quite urgent. And well, as you see, it's very late hour. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity to be performing at Hotel Gotham.
Yeah, I'm sure I'm gonna really feel gutted missing out this opportunity. It's been lovely talking to you. And she goes to close the door, and Cisco just puts his foot right and stops it closing.
Thank Christ. Now, dear, that's not the way we do business. Could we come inside? I think it's quite important. We have maybe some information that you'd like to hear.
Cisco just has I don't know. It's like, "Look, love, just back the fuck up, will you?" And then wrenches the door open. "After you."
I was like, okay, words weren't working. I guess violence is the
inside.
Next
it is, as you expect. It's a warehouse converted into kind of like a haven. There's an area that's self-enclosed with a door, which likely is where they can sleep quite safely. There's
Cozy.
old kind of like leather sofas, and there's there's a drum kit and there's guitars around. There's various posters plastered on the wall. But it mostly back in the day was like an old
shelter.
No, old garage for repairing cars, but it's being converted. Somehow they're maintaining it or they're renting it off someone, but it doesn't matter. But the point is that you're inside and there are other members of the band around. Of course, missing is the person you recognise is the person from the photos that you saw earlier. That person is not there.
Okay. And how many of them are there that we can clock just now from walking in?
There are 3 of them there, plus 2 or 3 confused looking, maybe quite shocked looking
groupies,
yeah.
Fair enough.
And some of them do look kind of half in, we're literally in the moment of being like fed upon, and so Cisco's just like, look, do you want to like give them all a fucking like curly whirly and send them on their way, right? We've got some business to do.
Mm-hmm.
And then he looks around and then he just like finds like a stool that's been knocked over, plonks it down, dusts it off, and he's like, after you, please take a seat.
Thank you. I sit down, but I guess it's like maybe there's a wobble to this chair, so I'm like, oh, fuck. And cross legs, put my hand patiently on the bag for life, and wait. Like anytime, just when you guys are ready, we'd like to have a meeting. Pretty sure.
Cut to back outside.
Yeah.
All right, am I gonna set this guy on fire or not?
I mean, honestly, I'm not sure we could, even if we wanted to. Look, as far as I'm concerned, you should fuck off. That's just my opinions on what your little club represents are very well known. Even to you, I suspect. So I think you should look to your own house before trying to step foot into ours. All right? I'm sure there's some spirit of cooperation there, and I do believe that this is in our best interest at some point, but not tonight. I think we need to sit down in a nice neutral spot where we can all discuss what's going on equal footing. And right now, you have the unique scent of a bullshit merchant and the unique statement of a threat being made. So I think you need to fuck off. Aye? So we can go take care of our friends who've decided, apparently, to kill themselves tonight.
Yeah. Fair enough. If you do run into any issues at all, he gives you his business card.
You know what?
By all means, if you do, and this is not me wanting to step in. I understand this is anarch business. That's all fine by me.
Uh-huh.
But if it does get serious, please just give me a text. We can have that conversation, okay? If you run into anyone else from the camera and you want to talk to me, just say, I want to talk to Mr. Cole of Clan Tremere, and we'll have a nice conversation.
Wait. Do I know?
No.
Okay, fine. Clan Tremere. Of course. Look, in the spirit of cooperation here, that's my card. That's actually a very private number, so do not pass that around. We've got to go, but look, I'm not trying to be rude. I just do not like what you stand for.
Of course,
I'll be rude. Get the fuck out of here. Let's go do this.
Fuck off.
Fuck off.
He simply just puts the business card in his inside pocket of his suit and just turns heel and just walks away and just kind of starts whistling to himself quite happily.
Oh no, he'll be back. Oh.
Of course he's
Look
going to
at-
be back.
Drop down and head towards the door, like
Yeah.
looking over at E as we go. Like, that was a Tremere, and you're still like walking and talking. I heard they kill people like you.
Do you maybe not want to say that where fuckers like any fucker could potentially hear?
Mm.
Just ever, Xanadu. Just
Sorry, I'm just
fucking
like,
ever.
we had a thing for smuggling you around, like in the
I
past. But all right,
Do
good.
you know the number of people?
I'm just
who know
saying, I got a
that little
flamethrower. Next
tidbit?
time we can bang on the door.
And cut to
Yeah.
inside.
Oh. You just hear them bickering outside.
Yeah, just getting
There will
steadily
be.
louder.
So,
Closer.
you can Fiona. So Louise can begin her little rant, maybe, or discussion, or bartering, or whatever route this is going to go down.
Sure. So I'm sat there on this terrible stool with Mr. Cisco next to me. Are the other band members standing round? Is there one that looks like the leader that's not the
some
woman?
of them are standing around. Other ones are just gonna kind of like plonk themselves on the sofa, and they're just kind of like, and the young girl, it's just like also kind of just turned a seat round, sat there, and is just resting her head on the back of the chair. So, Ms., what the fuck's going on?
Ms. Whitaker to you. Well, I was interested. Sorry, I was a contact. Josephine. She recommended you.
Maybe.
Oh. She said you were very good, and well, let's say
Very, very good.
let's say Hotel Gotham is not as popular as once it was, and I'm looking to make it a bit more appeasing
Edgy?
to. Okay,
Well,
that sounds like a young person word. We'll go with that. And I was recommended your services. So, what kind of music do you do?
it's what's called indie music, and like rock.
Oh.
Like, what are you into?
It's not about me. Mr. Cisco here has very fine taste. He listens to Radio 4. So
It's just like,
that's
it's just like,
so we are open to new things. Maybe a demonstration? Or is
we
everyone
can't
here?
demonstrate. No,
Why not?
Stan's not here. He's not been around for a bit. He's likely
Oh,
enjoying
lead
himself.
singer. Oh.
Bass player. I'm the lead
Oh.
singer.
Oh, of course. Sorry, darling. What was your name?
Gretchen. Or at least that's how everyone knows me.
Oh, you chose that. Interesting. Well, it would be nice to see all of the band play. You know, again, I only choose the finest for my hotel. Stanley, was it? The bass player?
It's just Stan, not Stanley.
Sorry. Not been around. He's not quit the band, has he? Not gone solo.
He's a bass player. He ain't gonna go fucking solo.
I think he is. Jack White.
Don't fuck with me, Gretchen. I know what's going on here, and well, you'd be surprised if this whole place is not going to be torched up within the next 5 minutes. So I think you better be honest with me.
And at which point there is the rap at the back door.
Yeah. Oh dear. Did I say 5 minutes?
And you can also hear, as there's the rap at the door, you can also hear the.
Will
the
you
arguments
just
going on.
not ever? Just ever?
Ah, yes. The first wave of reinforcements.
Oh, Jesus.
Cisco makes an actual pulls the pistol out and then confidently just walks around to the back, opens the back door, and he's like,
Why have you got weapons drawn? I thought we were just having a chat with them.
What the hell's
Yeah. "You could have been any fucker. Look, get in here, you two."
All right.
You know what? Genuinely, I cannot argue any
Yeah,
point
exactly.
you
I
just
was
made.
like, okay.
Well,
Well, Cisco's the voice of reason at this point.
Luis, you're gonna have to work on this boy's manners.
It's not my property.
All right.
Look, take it.
what's going on?
Gretchen, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Hey, where's
you.
the bassist?
Oh, that's exactly what I'd like to know.
Why are they looking like they're in school and being attacked by the headmistress?
Cisco's like, I knew something was missing. Why she not got a riding crop? Yes, that would have
Oh my
finished it.
god, we have to get her a crop.
Anyway,
Birthday is sorted.
I'm right here.
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I undermining your Gestapo routine?
I'm going to lean forward, lock eyes with Gretchen, and I'm going to say, tell me, where the fuck is your bass player? And try and use Mesmerize on her.
Nice.
excellent.
Oh, so I need to first do a rouse check. Sorry, you're going to have to remind me everything. against
Roll
this
a basic black die.
I don't tell you what the number is. That is a 10.
So that's fine. That's a success.
Okay,
Your
phew.
hunger does not increase.
Oh, Christ. That would have been bad.
Right.
And then for this, it's so for Mesmerize, manipulation plus dominance versus intelligence plus resolve.
Okay.
And that's true hunger. So that's manipulation. 3 plus resolve. Oh, okay. And it's 6 or more to pass, isn't it?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, so I've got 2 successes in total.
Okay. You lock eyes with her, and you obviously demand to know where.
Where is he?
Yeah. And she looks at you, just like, who the fuck are you to ask me where he is? It's got nothing to do with you. I don't know where he is even.
Okay, can we just everyone, those 3, are they aware of what's going on?
One of them looks around and in a very kind of Liam Gallagher kind of say, "Yeah, we're all fucking licks here."
No, the 3. Did the actual food leave? Is
The food's
because
left. Yeah, the food.
the
got
food's already
picked
left.
up, Yeah.
Okay. I know that it was told to go, but obviously just
They
making sure
left,
that.
yeah.
Fine. Okay. Right. So ignore that question. That's fine. Okay. Great. Look, I don't quite know what's going on, but just to get everyone caught up, there's a lictor watching this building.
Sister's like, the fuck?
Yeah, why do you think we were late? So
Matt, he looked like he dresses like some businessman, right? Businessman.
looked
stuff.
like a bookkeeper. Yeah, looked like a bookkeeper. Cole,
fucking
Mr.
cocksucker.
Cole. Right. So look, you guys call yourselves the Devil Dogs. Is that correct?
Gretchen's like, yeah, with the red shuck. That's shucks are a
Red
type
shuck.
Of, yeah.
And honestly, great name. Really like it.
Thank you.
Lovely. Honestly, we're not all like Louise. She's an acquired taste.
Thank you.
I'm just giving these out today. Look, something has happened. We're not quite sure what, but something's happened to Stan. Okay, and
Yeah, he's been gone for like maybe a week and a half or more.
so like 10 days.
Something like that, yeah.
Do you know where he was last. Like, was he going to go feed on someone that was he going to a club? Anything. Something's happened to Stan. Also, does Stan have a really big dog?
No, he doesn't have a dog.
Could he have sired? Could he have? What's the term for making a ghoul?
Made a well,
Gould.
Gould is allowed. It's not actually a term, but yeah, Gould is used.
Could he have ghouled a dog?
Yeah,
or does he have
but,
animalism or anything like that?
Can he control animals? Nah, he's
okay.
He's fucking Clan Toreador.
Right. Something is targeting us. Okay. We're not sure what yet, and we're not sure why, but we know that Julianne, is that correct? Is that her name?
Josephine.
Josephine.
It was what the previous person.
Yeah.
That you said, Jocelyn.
Oh, Jocelyn. Sorry.
Yeah. We know that Jocelyn, something happened to her. We're not quite sure what, but we know that the last person she was meeting with was Stan. Okay, we're just trying to find out what. No one is in trouble, and we're just worried about Stan. Okay, we're not saying he's done anything wrong. Okay, we're just concerned, and we've been asked by Dog to look into this because we were already looking in to Jocelyn, and it's just fallen over. But in the midst of all the information out there, none of you feed from the same people that Stan feeds from, right?
Sometimes, but obviously he's been gone for days, so we've not.
Yeah.
We've not been
That's
sharing
great.
any of the herd.
Good. That's great.
Good. What the fuck? She's like,
just
what the
we don't know if whatever's happened could be something to do with Inquisition, and if they're infiltrating things, they could have infiltrated your herd.
You're probably giving them a lot more information than they need.
Yeah,
I'm giving them a lot less than I thought. This is out of character. Like, people know about the Inquisition. That's a thing.
They know it exists as a because the Second Inquisition is not like a singular body. It's like
it's a thing that's happening.
It's a name.
It's an event, not a group.
It's an event. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh right, I thought it was a unified force.
No.
Okay, right. Sorry, that's me not knowing the lore of a vampire there. So it could be that it could be hunters. We're not sure, but we think it might have something to do with infiltrate. They could be trying to infiltrate herds and like get themselves into positions to, do things to kindred. So by not feeding on anyone that you don't know, but also not feeding on anyone that Stan feeds on, we're limiting that chance, aren't we? So do you have any of that information for us so that we can get out of your hair before it's sun up and that everyone's safe?
So you want to be able to just find Stan?
Best you can. And I don't suppose any of you know if Stan has any connection to any of these. I'll list off the building addresses.
Anything like that? One of the others looks over it, and he's kind of got the look of like, he's got longish kind of shaggy hair. He just kind of, again, looks very kind of Manchester scene, like, and looks at it and goes like, that one. We broke in there like, I don't know, like 3 months ago. We were wanting to get some nice photos for like a CD cover. It was great. But yeah, we've been there. I've been there.
Okay, that's
it's
great.
Fucking big down there.
What do you mean?
Well, we didn't. We only did a bit of it. We didn't go all the way in. It was a bit scary. You might see, and he looks around the rest. I can say this. You might see some of those really fucking ugly Nosferatus around there. There's some really, really pissed off ones. We've done it before. We've been down in the sewers, and I fuck you not, like he calls himself the mayor of the Undercity, and we
Holy
literally walked in on, and they were pissed, and we legged it. It was, sorry, yeah, there.
No, I get it. Don't fuck with Nosferatu. That's a well-known.
Yeah, there. It's the only one I know of, and that he would know of.
That's good though, because Jocelyn had had these, and we were just wondering if maybe there's a bit of a connection there. So that's great. So
what's the trouble with him? You think
we're not sure, but something happened to Gretchen.
Stan. Jocelyn.
Something happened to Jocelyn. We think it might have a connection to Stan. We don't know. But we're worried now that you said that he's been gone in for 10 days. Okay? So we're going to check it out. I think that's all we can do. And obviously we're not going to do that tonight because...
Cisco kind of looks and goes...
So any information you can give us will just help us out, all right? It's in your interest, so we can go looking for Stan.
Well, Gretchen's like, you know how I said he was like Toreador? That's only what he pretends to be.
Are you all thin blood?
No. But he does it to fuck about with people. He's a Malkavian. He just does it because, you know, some people are a bit funny about, you know, Gretchen's like, none of, you're not any.
I have this theory that there are no actual Toreador. There are only people pretending to be Toreador.
Yeah.
There are no real Toreador.
You know what? That makes so much more sense about the Manchester music scene than the last.
Yeah. No, I'm Tremere. It's fine.
Yeah. So he's he's got his own ideas of stuff and flights of fancy, but yeah, he's yeah.
Right. So do you know where he was heading at all, other than potentially that location for a flight of fancy?
Any
I
other
don't know.
places
That's the. I mean, I don't know where else he would have gone other than, like, you know, maybe he's got. You know, this isn't like. You know, don't think us stupid. This isn't our only haven.
No.
Well, no. I mean, you know, this is where it is. This isn't really our haven. This is where to do business.
It's a larder.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yes.
Yeah. I absolutely understand. All I'm asking is if there's anything you know, just share it with us so we can help you out. That's it. And you just said you don't.
No,
Excellent. That's fine. Cisco, darling, do you want them to give you their numbers so that if Stan comes back, they can give you a call so we can talk to him?
Yeah, I think if Stan comes back, they should fucking stay inside and not let him in, right?
Really?
Yeah, they don't want to be exposed to him.
I
Nothing more we can do tonight. We'll come back. We'll find out tomorrow night.
If Stan comes back, you could stake him. As long as he doesn't, like, snuggle.
I think they should just get out of here. Disband,
Okay.
Be quiet for a bit.
Gretchen and you guys,
What about
give your numbers to Cisco, and then maybe go to one of your, like, alternate places or anything like that, and we'll handle this. Okay? You guys should get going now, though, because I'm about to slap a fucker on the side of the head.
They
Take a couple steps away from E.
yeah, they get up and they grab their stuff. Like,
Oh, and I actually quite like your music. I didn't realize that you guys were who you guys were, but if you ever want to collab, like, and you want someone to do some of the artwork for the front of your like CDs and stuff, hit me up. I actually like your stuff.
sure. And they just like they're just still really kind of like a bit
Every day I'm
confused
hustling.
and like everything, and they just grab their guitars and their gear and they head out the back.
Yeah. And I wait until a decent amount of time, and then I just round on Cisco and go, "What is your fucking? We cannot go around telling people right now that there is this whole thing, can we? That's not what Dog wants."
But if they aren't aware and they come face to face with him, then we'll have more of them infected. What the fuck is that?
They're already at risk of being infected because they're drinking from the same pool. That's why they're going to let us know if Stan comes back, because they're not feeding on other vampires. Transmission is by feeding on infected prey, not each other.
Are you sure? That's a fucking...
I mean, if they bite
assumption.
each other, yeah, but like... Look, Dog doesn't want us going around telling everyone in the world about this, because that'll be a panic. That's a bunch of angry, pissed off young vampires who are part of a scene that Dog and ourselves are not part of. Do you want them panicking and to show weakness to the fucking lictor?
They're a coterie that's going to have to like abide by all the same sort of rules that we do with the rest of all the coteries that make up our group, are the anarchs in the city. So they know who Dog is. They don't want to piss him off. Look, are we going to fucking drive over to that
tonight?
Oh, we're gonna go to bed.
What? We've got like 2 hours before sunup. If this thing is huge. If we get stuck there, we're stuck there.
And you've got what, 2 hours to? Yeah, but I mean, if we don't get it dealt with, like that's another 2 hours to stand out there feeding on whoever the.
Fine.
I'm not really, to be perfectly honest, I'm not really keen to turn around to Dog going, oh yeah, we know where it is, but we're not going to deal with it for the rest of the night. And yeah, we'll just have to hope that...
So we don't tell him.
Crazed fucking Malkavian is out there feeding on people.
Fortunately, still.
Look, we don't know how many people are actually infected with this thing, but there's no way that... There's no way, from what we just heard, that Nosferatu that are living in that place are probably not infected if Stan's infected in there. Presumably, we are not finding patient zero here. We know of at least now 2 other vampires that are infected with this thing.
But the more we leave it, the more there'll be more leads of other vampires and no closer to patient zero.
Fine. Then we go now. I'm not happy about the idea of not being behind safe walls when dawn comes around. And from what we were told, it's fucking massive. It's all... Look, I voiced my complaints. I'll go with the group. I'm not trying to be
underground. If we get stuck, as long as we deal with things, if we get stuck there, at least we're not exposed.
You want to sleep in a place with a bunch of potentially infected vampires?
We're assuming... I think we're assuming there's only... Are we assuming there's a whole nest down there? I don't know.
We should absolutely assume there's a whole nest. Like,
a quote,
if there's one person, bonus.
Nosferatu is
no,
what
they
were
talking
said.
Down in the sewers, not in the fucking...
Yeah, but they said they ran into a couple of pissed off
Nosferatu.
No,
they said in...
Wait.
They did actually say
they said both there, didn't they? No, they said they'd done it before, but they also ran into people that made them scared because there was a couple of Nosferatu in the bunker.
They didn't explore it all because they were worried about if they would run into anyone.
Yeah.
Right.
I
thought that they had run into...
No,
fuck it, let's go there.
Let's go there.
Yeah. As we leave, I'll slip one of their CDs. I forgot what they were called then into my pocket to listen for later.
What's a
research.
CD? What's a shiny disc?
I was just like, I was going to say mini disc.
Mini disc.
To be fair, Louise has definitely seen the ones that I used to play in my actual thing. So
Oh,
whilst Louise does not listen to CDs or know how they work, she knows what they are.
I do know what they are. Just but maybe don't know what the name of them are. Anyway,
have a break before we do this last section, because hopefully it won't take too long and we can wrap up this first story. So we'll be back in 5-10 minutes because I really need to get a drink. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
See you in a bit.
we all do.
All right. Bye. Okay, we're back. Right. You are currently driving rapidly out to this area of wasteland towards the south of Manchester, between Manchester and Stockport. It takes you less than half an hour to get there. And you basically you park up, and Cisco's going to stay in the car because obviously he needs to be, in case things go wrong, he's going to contact Dog to bring in the cavalry, as it were, and also to make sure nothing comes out after you've gone in.
I will input the lictor's number into my phone, even though I know I won't be able to use it down there. But I will hand Cisco the card.
Yeah.
Look, they know already that there's something going on, and they know already about the sickness. If we need a bona fide fucking badass, I vote for the person that's an assassin for the fucking Camarilla, you
Guy's
know?
a fucking prick, though.
Darling, I had to keep him out of the fucking warehouse, all right? I know he's a prick. I'm just saying that I'd rather have him on our side than have to explain why we didn't call him.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll be here. Yeah. Oh, in case you need them, and he pulls out of the boot for you, just if there's anything, chains or anything you need to break to get in.
Oh,
gives you bolt cutters. Also, you can smash somewhere in the face of them.
Surprisingly effective weapons, yeah. All right, I guess I'll take those, or do you want them, Louise, since you're wielding what I now believe is your fashion accessory of the season?
Take the bolt cutters.
Puts it in the bag.
Yeah. The bag is now incredibly, it's like straining. It's like the old-fashioned bag for life when they're like, oh. Right.
So yeah, you will have to, you walk across this waste ground. It's got, there's old tires sticking out of the dirt. There's, people have been fly tipping. It's horrible. But you get to there's a fence. There's a 6-foot fence that goes around the area where the entrance to the old bunker is, and it's clearly, yes, it has got chains across the gate within the fence, but of course you mostly realise that the way Stan has more than likely been getting in is either clambering in or literally jumping straight over if he is proficient in those ways. It would not be difficult for someone with supernatural abilities to get in.
Okay. Do we want to cut the chains anyway, or should we just
see no reason not to? It just means that any reinforcements we've got can get in faster.
You agree with that, Zana?
Yeah, we can cut the fence, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll do that.
So
It'll take a little bit more time, but we'll just
snap the chains, and the gate creaks open, and you are free to enter, and you can start descending the worn concrete steps to this old wooden door with peeling green paint on it, and obviously it has a sign on it that says air raid shelter. Again, it's a worn sign, and it's not locked. It just the door kind of creaks open, and it is quite dark inside.
Activate my Gleam of the Red Eye.
Same. Eyes of the Beast.
Oh, and I'll pop claws now too.
Okay.
So I need to make a rouse check.
Yeah, you will need to do a rouse check for that.
So that's just 1d6 or 1d10.
1d10, yeah.
What blood potency are you, and what level power is it? So it's a level 2 power.
Level 2 power, and I am blood potency 3.
So you can re-roll your rouse checks on that.
Woo!
So yes.
Ooh, fab.
I got 1 success, and it's 1
fine.
red
Yep.
onk.
Yeah, that's good.
Cool.
And as we're going in, this will be a contained scene, won't it? As in
Yeah.
everything from this point on. I will activate my Blood of Potency then.
Okay.
So as a resolve check.
So yeah, level 3 rouse
One
check.
success. I'm fine. Which means that I need to make. Right, so I need to make my blood sorcery plus resolve, and I need 2 successes. Is
Do you
that
need
correct?
2? So no, it's difficulty 2 plus your blood potency. What's your blood potency?
Blood potency is 4, so I need 6 successes. Sorry.
Yeah.
Blood sorcery, however, is 3 plus my resolve, which is 3, so that's 6. Plus, I've got +2 from my level of blood potency
Correct.
because I add 2d10 for powers. So 8 dice. That is 6 successes with a critical. That's what.
Yeah. Is it a white critical or a red critical?
So it's a white critical. It's as in it's.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
A
Yeah.
pair
So
of the
it
white
succeeds,
criticals.
and your blood potency
Yeah.
counts as 1 higher for the scene, so you count as being
5.
5.
Yeah.
Actually, you got a critical win as well. So technically, it goes up. It counts as being by 2. So you actually count as being blood potency 6.
That's awesome.
That is pretty fucking awesome. You're jacked.
My blood surge is now 4d10, and if I'm doing anything with my powers, I'm adding 3d10.
You're fucking ready for this. That's what's happening. Louise will just walk in behind these two. Not activating anything, just
pulls
hoping
out
for
the
the
machete, leaves behind the,
no,
orange
she probably just goes
plastic bag, and goes like,
she'll put the bolt cutters back in, like make a big deal about rummaging around just to pull out the machete, which is the only other thing in there. Just...
Louise, can you see in the dark?
No, but
All
it's
right,
fine.
here's my phone. There's a flashlight on it. You just click that button.
Well, but there's no button on this phone. It's
Just don't
the one
point
on the
it at
screen.
me. Oh,
The
God.
one on the.
Brightness is too bright. It's like a horrible underchin moment.
Okay, that's vaguely working. Okay, like that means you can see now. Okay, because that's why you're behind us. Okay, darling, come on.
Okay. Lead on.
So you head off down the corridor, and there are the walls are tiled, but the tiles are obviously cracked and fallen away in places. And you eventually get to a T-junction, and there are old signs up. One which points to shelter, another one that points to one points to shelter and also points to the canteen, and the other one says that it points to triage. Which way? So you're at a T-junction. You've got 2 directions to go in.
I would vote for triage, because that was probably where medical things would be happening.
I was thinking the shelter and stuff, because it'll be deeper.
Zana, deciding vote.
Is there any sort of like markings, trails, drag marks, blood splatters?
The floor is dirty. It's a bit hard, even it's a bit difficult with your night vision, your night sight that you have, your ability in dark. I would say to discern any fresh blood splatters on what is already a manky as hell floor. It seems.
So there is actually
okay.
blood splatters here, though.
Go left.
If there's blood splatters, they're dry and maybe don't even look like blood splatters anymore.
Okay.
So you go left. Going left will take you to the triage, and you head down that way. There's a door with with glass that's broken in the door, so it creaks open. And inside again is a similar, the room is similar again. It's got tiled walls, at least up to about 4 foot high. The paint above is peeling away. There's a sound of dripping water. The smell in the room is musty. There's rotting wood, chairs and tables knocked over, and there are the rusting remains of bed frames. Obviously, whatever fabric there was has long since decayed and rotted away.
No signs of I don't know, something
occupancy.
being kept in.
No.
Yeah, anything being kept in here? No used needles or anything like that.
No.
I presume there's just this room. There'll be no in or out from this.
No, there's no other place to go. There's a little storeroom that they would have kept obviously equipment in, like back in the day. There would have been, mostly containers of various fluids or chemicals or whatever, or the remains of what would have been some sort of walk-in fridge or at least cold room. But you turn tail then, and
I
you
guess.
head back down the corridor in the other direction. You head through, and the corridor turns left, but then you can see there's a large double door that opens up, and peering through the dirty glass, you can see within is, again, there's row upon row of benches and chairs, and this is clearly the canteen. It has a sign above the door that says so as well. Obviously, what little light is coming from the smartphone illuminates some of the room, giving giving your entire experience a fully found footage kind of feel to this.
Oh, heck yeah. Oh.
I brought some glow sticks.
Yeah.
Do I have any glow sticks in my pant pockets or something?
You might well actually have one. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, assume you have. You've got a nice glowy.
Do it, Anna.
You've got it's
awesome.
Clearly it's a pink glow stick. It has to be like that awful pink color.
I will crack the pink glow stick, and I will leave it.
Casts a sickly color over everything. It's this garish color on rotting wood and rats scampering everywhere, and obviously black mold that is up the walls. And
oh, that's not healthy.
Ooh, yes.
It's fine.
I want to leave that as sort of a marker for this is how we leave.
Yeah,
I think that's a great idea.
That's a
Actually.
really good call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the how to not get lost in the
exit.
maze of
And also where we went.
Yep.
Yeah, good idea.
Okay,
Right.
so on we go to the next point then.
Yeah.
You carry on down. Beyond, you can either go back out into the main corridor, or you can carry on, because beyond this will be the kitchens and storerooms for the canteens. There's the whole old, what would have been the old kitchen, so you could, and that will be large enough to cater for the people that would be down here.
I presume the only other place is through here, isn't it? If it was a T-junction and
Well,
the triage
so
center
you've got
didn't
the
need
T-junction, and and then you've got a corridor and then off
Carries
the
on.
corridor is the canteen,
It's the
and then off
canteen.
will be all the various shelters for which will spawn off at the end of that corridor.
check the kitchen, or start checking shelters. What do we think, people?
Rooms that are likely to not go on. We want to close off spaces as we go. So
Check these off first, then, I guess.
Yeah, agreed. Let's do it.
I'm gonna pull out the pistol and just have it sort of down by my side with the safety on, but just ready.
Okay.
sorry, into the canteen then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zana,
check out the
as you
rooms.
go into canteen, you're peering around. You're using again the light from the smartphone illuminates the rusted remains of whatever. Well, there wouldn't be any of the kitchen what would have been kitchen, cookers or anything. That's all been ripped out. There's obviously just pipes left and the shell of workbenches for the kitchen. Again, there are pools of dripping water, the squeaks of rats, and Zana, your phone goes off. It starts dialing.
What?
It starts ringing.
But fuck! I grab phone. Like,
do you try and answer it?
Silence phone and then answer it. Like, yep. I shouldn't have signal here. What? Hello?
And you get this. It's Ease calling you.
Look at E.
Oh my god, this is.
I look at Louise.
Or would it be? Is it who? Does no? Because you've got the phone. No, sorry, it won't
I've
be.
got
It'll
E's
be
phone.
sorry, you've got. Sorry, I thought you handed over. No, you've. It's Cisco. Sorry, that's calling you. That's who.
Oh.
I was like,
the
ghost?
E's been replaced
Cisco's
this whole
calling.
time.
All right.
Yeah, Cisco's calling, and
Cisco.
it's very cut. It's I'm and it just doesn't make any sense because it keeps cutting in and out, and then just goes, and you lose signal.
Luis, I think somebody's eating Cisco.
Just keep my eyes on the way that is currently ahead of us in black. There's no one that's like appeared there whilst that call was going on. Or anything.
Yeah.
Then mad dash.
You hear
Back
the
towards
scrape
Cisco?
of something in the canteen. The scrape of what sounds like a chair being moved.
Oh, the phone instantly goes to where I heard that sound, to light up in a horrible horror.
Oh, I got better than that. We're just gonna fill the room with fire.
Oh my god!
I'm just gonna stick the nozzle in the doorway and fire for effect.
Oh fuck me!
Wow. It illuminates and barely catches alight some of the tables because obviously they're damp and rotting.
Damn. Yeah.
Right.
But it illuminates the room briefly, and it casts shadows everywhere, and you can't really make out what's going on. And obviously, if you've got night vision on, your eyes are overwhelmed by the amount of light.
Why are we so inept?
I didn't think this out.
Actually, that's a good point. As you're doing that, Zana,
My whole thought was that obfuscate doesn't care if you're on fire or not.
Zana, you need to make.
Or fire doesn't care if you're obfuscated. That's what it was.
You need to make a roll to resist fear frenzy from
Roderick?
all of you actually.
Oh,
need to do
yeah.
that.
Oh, what do we have to
Here
do?
we
So
go.
What's the roll? Sorry.
Let me find.
Yeah, please.
219.
This sounds terrifying.
Okay, so it's a terror frenzy. So it's let's say it's only going to be difficulty 2.
Okay.
You need to pass a type of frenzy, blah blah blah. Effects of frenzy, no. Riding the wave, no. You need to make a willpower roll. So you roll your willpower. No hunger dice are involved in this. It's just straight
Oh,
willpower.
thank Christ. Okay.
Okay.
I was just like, oh,
Willpower, 5 dice.
1, 2.
3 successes.
Okay, you're
4
all right.
successes.
You're all right.
Nice.
3 successes as well.
Oh, thank fuck.
Thank
You
fuck.
back. Those of you not holding the makeshift flamethrower, step the fuck back as this is going on.
Nope. Hard pass. Just nope.
And you hear behind you, where there's a door from the kitchen that leads back out onto into the corridor.
Corridor.
You hear kind of like the only way that can be described as like the way a number of cats collectively screech and yowl, annoyed at something going on, and then footsteps leading away you imagine, towards where the shelters are.
Okay.
Should we go check that out?
Well, somebody was like, your buddy was calling. Cisco called.
Yeah, probably warning us that something was coming into the
behind us. Yeah. Come on. Let's.
All right.
And now we're going towards something.
I'll peek into the kitchen to see if anything else is like climbing the walls or screaming or something.
No,
but
you're okay in there.
It's an air raid. It's an air raid place. There's no way out now that it's in here. Let's go back, check on Cisco, and we'll keep someone watching the door because there's no way it can get out now that it's in here.
But there's somebody coming in, right? There's somebody coming into this place.
I think Xanadu just set them on fire.
Oh, they were very quick.
I think that's what happened, is that whatever was in here, and regardless, if someone's coming in here, we want to be meeting them there before it's the room that's on fire with something at our backs as well. Now, I think we need to either get out of here and find out what's happened to Cisco and address that and drive away and get dog or whatever, or keep whatever's in here with flamethrower.
I would agree. The only small thing is that I think there may be more than one. It sounded like a lot of cats rather than just one, right?
I think it was
it's one, but it just kind of gives you that volume of angry.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
So I think tactical retreat to where we have flamethrower to fill corridor with fire. Personally.
Okay. All right. Let's do that then.
Yeah, and make sure that Cisco isn't et.
Yep. All right, back to the entrance.
I'm sure he can take care of himself.
Go out the door which leads directly from the kitchens back out onto the corridor.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And as you look down towards the shelters, you do see, with your night vision, those that you can see in the dark, you do see briefly a shadowy figure at the very end of the corridor slip from into one of the chambers.
Come on. I can't see it.
I'm waiting for E to
come on.
pick a direction, man. I'm following you.
I'm wondering if Louise, you still got those
Zana's phone starts ringing again. It's Cisco.
It's going, Maya.
And it's quite loud.
Maya.
Oh, fuck it.
Turn the sound off.
I will run. Louise, the bolt cutters.
Yes.
Yeah. I will run down the corridor and see if I can wedge the bolt cutters to lock the door so it can't pull it. Because most things like that pull in rather than out to protect from stuff. So I want to see if I can wedge the bolt cutters through the whatever opening devices on the outside to keep that thing locked now that it's in there. And then we can run out, hopefully, if that's possible, to protect Cisco.
Do you want to get that, Zana?
No, I just want to go find him. He's out front. No, I just hit the volume button so it stopped making noise, and we'll just head out front.
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for E to come back to us. So that that's the only thing. I don't want to leave E.
Is that possible?
So E is running down the corridor back to the entrance of
damn it.
No. I'm running down to the bunker that this thing just slipped into to wedge the bolt cuts through the door to create a lock.
And
so it's trapped in there.
Way.
And then we can run out of this place and try and find out what's going on with Cisco.
Okay, you run down there in the complete darkness that it is. Your vision is pretty much like black and white because of its high contrast vision.
Oh, God.
You run towards where that doorway is, expecting there to be a door to wedge something in. No, these are open, and you look into a room, a large room that has bunk beds, again, mattresses rotted away. All that remains is the wireframes. Some of them collapsed over, and there is the smell of death in there. And you are pretty certain you can just make out with the tiniest bit of light that's bounced down there from the mobile phone and from the very small flame at the end of the flamethrower, that's obviously, giving off the tiniest smidgen of light. You can see a pile of rotting bodies.
Man.
But no door.
There's no door to wedge, no.
No, fuck this.
And then
no crazy
rushes at
Malkavian
you from the
shit.
darkness.
It's here.
Die.
Blam, 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 blam.
Whilst I run backwards. If it's rushing at me, I'm rushing back to my...
So, obviously you ran in there and you couldn't see it.
I didn't run in. I did not run in.
Well,
I was running down.
I was looking for the door.
You were at the door,
Yeah.
a non-existent door.
So, let's see. It's going to go straight for an attack on you. It is strength plus that. And you'll be surprised-ish, so you can use your... you can dodge.
I'm not surprised. I knew this thing was in there. I was expecting something. I was just hoping
you're
I'd be able
expecting to
lock
see
the door.
something. The thing that... the thing is... It clearly can completely disappear from sight.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it does a Zana. What?
Yeah, but
in which
while
case,
moving
it
around.
wouldn't
two
be-
times
It wouldn't
the
be
Zana.
completely hidden from me then, because I would see it because I have eyes of the sense the unseen.
You got sense unseen. How does that work against?
Because I can tell if things are active around things. I believe so. I think it gives an aura for.
I mean, it shouldn't bypass obfuscate.
I
But
thought I
it
could
depends
tell
on
when
what
people
power you're
were.
using.
Oh no, it can see straight past it. It can see.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you do. So it just basically launches out of the shadows at you.
Broken
Yeah.
thaumaturgy. Love it.
But you can therefore defend. You're gonna dodge.
Oh, yes.
Dex and, so that's going to be your Dex and Brawl or Dex and Athletics. Dex and Athletics means you're not going to deal any damage, but you're going to get out of the way.
Out the way.
Okay. I want to be out of the way. Yeah.
out
I
the
also
way.
want to kick off. I'm going to kick off a blood surge.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because he is. Ow, Captain bloody hell!
There's a moment where
So
you're like,
you need
maybe
to
we should help.
roll a d10 to rouse to get your extra
Rouse.
dice.
Yep. I do not succeed, but I have the ability to re-roll or something
Roll,
from my
yes.
potency. Because I can do rouse re-roll level 3. I don't know what that means.
That's for level 3 disciplines.
Oh, perfect. Then I can do it for it's only
No,
for that.
That's
so
only for disciplines. This is a rouse check for blood surges, not
so
a discipline.
I go up a hunger then.
Yeah,
Okay, that's fine. But I add 4d10 to this roll now.
yeah, that's right.
Do it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dice then. That is 6 successes with a pair of criticals.
Wow.
Nice.
You literally pirouette and you just throw them past you, and they skitter across the floor, and as you turn to them, they snarl, and it is the figure is their clothing is obviously caked in filth and bedraggled, and their hair is matted, and they snarl and then scamper off into the dark down into one of the other shelters. And as you look in that direction, you realise they're going deeper down. That part of the shelter heads down some steps. Now, who's heading back to the front entrance while that's going on? Was Zana heading to the front entrance?
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna go find out why the phone's ringing.
Okay. As you head down the corridor, make a wits plus perception roll. Wits plus composure roll.
Be 4 days.
Coming out of the goddamn walls.
How about 2 successes?
Excellent. Okay.
Nice.
I'm just checking something. Okay, good. Right. As you do so, as you get ready to turn the corner onto the main crossroad of it, you hear the crackle of what sounds like radio. And you hear this,
shit.
We've not detected anything yet. We're about to send squad. We're gonna send group 1 down to the triage. We're gonna hold here before heading down into the shelter.
All right, I'm gonna stop and make sure I turn the volume off on my phone. Turn the dimmer all the way down, turn the audio off, turn all that crap off. Okay. Stick it in my pocket, and then I'm going to be as stealthy as I can heading back to my friends.
Yep.
Do I have stealth? I have 1 dot in stealth. Do I need to make a roll, or can I just tiptoe?
Just do dex and stealth. Just see if you fuck this up, because you are carrying a propane tank.
That's true. I am. I get 4 dice for this. I have 2 successes.
Oh, thank God.
You creep away. You creep.
Back away, not today, disco lady.
Once I'm far enough away and I can get close, because I still have Gleam of the Red Eye up, so I can get close to Louise. I'm gonna like.
Oh, okay. Oh, there's no really. I don't really do charades. One word.
Turn your light off and shut the fuck up.
Oh. How do I turn it off? Is it like this brighter?
Oh Jesus! Turn the damn light off. The hunters are out front.
Oh.
I just wanted to go home. I fucking told all of you. All I wanted was to go the fuck home.
Yeah, now all they have to do is wait 4 hours and come out during the day to sweep the hotel, sweep the whole room. Like, yeah.
I mean, at least we're in darkness, so we can like fight them in the darkness, sort of thing. But still, like.
All right. Louise, say something.
We still got to tell E.
As you're saying that to Louise, you can look down back from where he came, and you do see the brief flicker of what is clearly torchlight being shone from the T junction towards the corridor, and you're just like,
and towards where we are.
No, not towards where, because obviously it's going.
They're going, yeah.
So it's just going up to the corner, and you can just see it illuminating it a little bit.
All right, cool. All right, I'll be like, let's just go with E. There may be another way out of here. Maybe, I don't know. We just, the deeper we in, there's more chance that we can.
Yeah. We'll follow the crazy blood crazed Malkavian. It'll be perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have any better idea.
I guess you therefore creep quietly up
towards
to where
E.
he is.
Yeah.
Shh.
There appears to be hunters on the way in.
Oh, fine. Ruin my charades.
I'm not very good at charades. I just thought it was easier just to tell this straight up.
How are you not good at charades? Also, what do you mean there are hunters on the way in?
Yeah, there's hunters on the way in.
What did you see down here?
The Malkavian just tried to jump me, and it ran off down there. So...
I heard the radio. They're talking about sending a squad in to sweep the building.
Oh, fuck me.
Yeah.
This thing can turn Stan can turn invisible. Whatever this thing is can turn invisible.
Well, we need to deal with it, otherwise it could deal with those hunters, perhaps, like whatever. Or it can deal.
Well, why don't we just let it deal with those hunters, and we can get out in the confusion?
Is that wise? Do we want it to kill more people? Like, I appreciate
if they're hunters, yeah.
Oh God, no! My humanity is so high. I can't say I'm fine with that.
Mine is like too lower than all of you. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I
No, there must be a better way than all this extra bloodshed. I wouldn't want that.
It is when you it is mostly at this point as you're there, kind of conversing at this point where there's that one chamber, and because you've now got that, obviously Zana can see with what little light is from your little flamethrower, and you can see into that chamber. You see the charnel house of death in there with the pile of bodies rotting of whoever. And the bodies are gooey. Let's just say they're recent bodies of whoever the Malkavian's been dragging down here and murdering.
You can hide inside the bodies.
Want to hide among the bodies and hope they don't set them on fire?
I think the higher priority is to find this thing. We
But the other thing I was going to point out is, as you look around, you realise that where the infected Malkavian, where Stan has gone, there is actually a sign that says exit.
Oh fuck!
Eat feet.
Exunte? What does that mean?
Excellent. Excellent.
It's spelled just like escape.
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 Man, those candles are really light. Where are they from?
Are you going to go down that route?
Yes.
We're going to escape pursued by hunters.
Okay.
Absolutely.
We're exiting.
Pursued by bear.
You head down the steps, and you're almost at the bottom of the steps when it starts feeling a little wet underfoot.
As in
Once you reach the bottom of the steps, you realise that what muddy grey water there is about thigh high.
Gross.
We're gonna have to just wade our way through it.
Does it smell ripe?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to burn these clothes. Speaking of burning, I'm not taking this canister with me if we have to go swimming. So
so we're at the bottom of these stairs now, and there's like we'll have to
the
wait
water is
for it.
up to is not quite at your waist height, so it's about a good
we can still
2
hold the
foot
bottom.
deep or so.
And is it going down further?
Oh no,
water...
it's only at that height. Yeah.
Okay, we'll just be really fucking quiet and hope that the Malkavian can't climb.
Okay, let's go.
And I will be keeping my eyes on the ceiling because I can see this fucking thing whilst it's invisible.
I'll be in between these two going, we can't go over it, can't go under it, we've got to go through it.
We're going on a bear hunt. We are very
We're
scared.
going on a Malkavian. Yeah.
you can see Zana doing the math in his head about trying to figure out if he can hold his head underwater but stick the nozzle of the flamethrower up above the water line and
I keep it for as long as you can.
Yeah, as long as it never goes beneath the water at any point, you're golden.
Might be able to set the entire room on fire.
Surely Zana's wearing like platform shoes, right? And that's... right? So you're at least like a little
only
bit
up to
higher
my
than all of us.
knees. Yeah,
Oh,
everybody
okay.
it's to your thighs, but
Yeah.
You start wading through the water then, and something brushes up against Louise's leg.
I stop immediately.
You look
Did it
down.
feel did it feel like a natural thing, like something in the water moving down towards, or did it feel
you
like
look at it, and because it brushed up against you, it slowly turns over, and it's a body bobbing along.
The awful thing is Louise can't see any of this.
No, that's true. She doesn't.
Louise
see
is
any of that shit.
utterly blind, which is why she's hemmed in by myself and Zana, because we can see and Louise
Yeah, you
can't
literally
now.
see this body just brush up against it and like turn over, and it's that classic kind of face from like from Indiana Jones, kind of like face melting kind of situation.
yeah, it's like proper descent mode at the moment. I'm just like
I just lean into Louise's and just go, don't worry about it, just keep moving. Okay, just keep moving, darling.
just keep swimming. Just keep swimming.
just keep swimming. Yeah.
Just keep swimming.
Hey, when did you watch? Never mind. Just
some Cristiano Ronaldo had it on in his film room. Look, let's just go.
I want all of you to make a dexterity roll.
just flat decks.
Yeah, because you never know what's in the water.
Are you kidding me?
I know where in the water.
Okay, flat decks. Every time I want to blood surge, I have to make that rouse check, don't
Yeah,
I?
that's right.
Okay, I'm not going to do that for this.
3
One
successes.
success.
One success.
Okay.
Hopefully that's enough.
One success means you will trip but keep your head above the water.
That's fine by me.
So Louise goes and I go because I go over Louise.
You
3 successes.
Okay, Zana's fine. Yeah, you're just like, you stop and you're like there trying to keep the flamethrower, like, don't get it fucking wet. You can all make a wits plus composure roll.
Very composed. That's not too bad.
You know, at some point,
that's 3 successes.
at some point, we're gonna remember that we're vampires and we don't have to breathe. We're just gonna be able to go for it. Like, who fucking cares?
The infection could be waterborne. That's why I don't want to put my head in this
1
water.
success.
5 successes.
Oh wow, okay. Great.
Nice. Louise, the blind
Louise,
person sees whatever it is.
You pull yourself up, realizing your entire suit is like ruined. It's Hugo Boss, isn't it? Anyway,
of course it is.
And you are pretty certain that you see reflections from the flamethrower. You can see ripples of water moving, as if something's moving in the water, shark-like. We're talking here.
In front of us.
Yes.
All right. I'm like, folks,
Straight
like
to
losing all
waters,
composure
or
at this point,
just-
going.
Oh,
There, it's
you
there.
think you? It's a bit hard to tell because you can't see in the dark.
I know. I'm like, it was on. Yeah, and as soon as Zana's like light, I'm like, it was right in front of us. It's in the water.
Yeah.
It's in the water.
Can I? Because I can literally see, like, the aura to this thing's invisibility and stuff like that. If it's kicking it off anyway, can I see where this thing's moving?
It's not a predator situation where it's invisible moving through water, where you see an invisible figure in water, predator style. It's under the water, causing waves moving around.
Oh, just fuck everything about this situation. Just fuck everything. We are taking a holiday. I don't care what we're doing. I want to go to Edinburgh. I want to do nightclubs. I don't want to fight something.
You hear something plop in the water all the way back at the steps.
That's probably a grenade.
And you see floating in the water a glow stick.
Is it the
Not
pink
worse.
one, or
yours.
is it?
It's
Oh,
a,
fuck
it's
off.
a, it's a
That's
nice,
the wrong color.
It's a nice yellow one.
Okay. We've got to go under and just hope that this fucking thing goes for human before.
You've still got that. You've still got that gun, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna close the valve on the propane, disconnect the tube, and I'll just push the canister as it's floating.
Oh my god.
And I'll just push the canister down towards the glow stick.
Yes.
Oh, you're gonna Jaws it.
Yes, Anna. Yes.
I mean, if you wanted to...
I will wait. I will line this shot up. I will take the aim action if that even exists. I will wait until there are enough
That is
humans.
like the perfect thing. You dive into the water or wherever you can. And I'm sure it's basically, he is like there, Rambo style, eyes just above the dirty water, because Auspex does not work through sewage. And you see
Apocalypse Now with just the eyes.
Full black with shoulder mounted lamps, special ops, clearly with shotguns, or one of them clearly has a stake launcher. One definitely has also a flamethrower. And they've got full encased, visors. They've got everything around the neck to stop being bitten.
really?
They are like anti-bite. What you see in Resident Evil 7 or 8.
Ooh.
It's that level of umbrella organization shit going on. And you just hear them go. One of them go, "We've reached the next chamber. The other two have been dealt with. We've incinerated all the remains above. Moving in." And they start moving into the water as a group. And then you witness Stan launch out of the water at one of them. Bullets, shotgun going off, shredding part of his shoulder, and an almighty hell breaks loose there. What are you doing?
I succeed on my rouse check. So my dice pool goes to 7 dice for this.
One of them looks down, obviously, and sees this propane tank bobbing along coming towards them, bobbing at the leg, and just goes, "Huh?" As obviously
slow motion.
4 successes to shoot the propane tank,
which is definitely enough.
Yeah, as he just goes, "I fucking hate this."
You fire your shot, and the bullet, you just hear this ping, and explosion. The SO-13 operative that is right next to it is just turned to red mist in one go. Like, he's gone.
Whoa.
And obviously, the explosion of pressure shreds them, shreds Stan, and then obviously there's the fireball from the explosion engulfs it. The water pushes against you. Those of you you're underwater, are forced back by this explosion, pushed away, and you just watch as the flames lap across the water as you're looking up at it, illuminating it.
Very cool.
I'm writing a song about this.
Then there is silence, and you can also hear things collapsing from that end of the chamber.
The end that they came from.
Yeah.
So we got to go this way. Okay.
They were fairly messed up by that explosion.
There's no way.
I don't think they're coming back from this. Yeah.
No.
Well, I mean, they were carrying a flamethrower, so it's just like explosion.
There was a secondary
explosion.
Yeah, and plus mostly any kind of grenades they had on them or anything like that.
Oh Jesus!
There goes one of the things I was sort of hoping might still be alive. Then is the idea of maybe grabbing one of their radios, but fuck this, just fuck everything about this. I'm real sorry that Cisco is possibly dead, but I want to be at home. I want to be home. I don't want to be on this adventure anymore.
All right, Dorothy. We hear you.
So we wade through sewage for safety.
You wade through sewage, and you get to another stairwell, which winds its way upwards. And can you all roll a standard D10, a normal D10? I want to know. So 1 to 10, whoever gets the lowest is last.
Oh, you need the number?
Yeah,
Okay.
I need the number.
10.
1 second.
Well, in that case, Louise is getting out there.
I'm fucking out of here.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
I'm doggy paddling, but as only Louise can.
8.
Okay. Then
4.
the odds are
Yeah.
As you drag yourself out of the water and up the steps. As you do so, you feel something grip your ankle, and you look down, and there is the charred remains, the top half of the body of Stan.
Oh, that bag for life comes out with the machete, and I'm like, no, off, like hacking at the.
Nice.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Why does everything bad happen to E?
Roll to attack then with the machete. That's going to be Dex plus melee plus 2 because you've got a machete.
Don't forget you can blood surge.
And blood surge if you want. But you're not like at hunger 3?
I'm at hunger 3.
Yeah, so you could surge.
Okay.
What's your blood potency?
3.
3.
Is it?
Yeah.
No, what? 1. 1.
Your blood potency 1.
That's what it says on the sheet.
She's blood potency 1.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay, so yeah, roll a regular vampire die.
1d10 to see. Yep. 4, so that's not a
So
success.
yeah, your hunger does go up, but you get plus 2 dice to this attack. So you've got plus 4 to your dex and melee.
Okay, well, I too wish to go back to the hotel. This has been a terrible night. Okay, so those will be the hunger dice. And sorry, so it's plus 2, plus another 2, and then sorry, you did say this dex plus
and
melee, yeah.
melee, yeah.
Yeah, so that's 6 in total. Sorry, ooh, that doesn't count.
See, if you'd done something crazy like, oh, we'll face down the SO-13, you could have been fighting them with a propane tank and being shot at, and that could have exploded. So
that could have been terrible.
Going for the Jaws solution is the good one.
Yeah, I agree. That's 4 successes.
Yeah, you bring that. Yeah.
Unhand me.
Stan has no chance of this. You bring that machete straight down on his fucking neck, and that head rolls.
Oh, fuck. Whew, thank you, Lise.
8 resorting to violence, but that was needed.
We are going to say that is it for this episode, for this story in the Chronicle. We will resolve everything else next session with how you go about researching whether you're infected or not and what's going on with that. We will catch up on whether Cisco is alive or not.
Well, he has to be now. He's now an integral part of the story. as
Louise is Paramore.
We can look at some of those loose ends while also starting on the next actual story. But yeah, that is Make Blood Boil. Yeah.
That was awesome.
So
nice.
If you've been watching this, obviously head over to www.darker-days.org to listen to the podcast. You can find lots of interesting things about World of Darkness, Chronicles of Darkness, and other horror RPGs. Listen to interviews and reviews and original content. Head over to Instagram, Darker Days Radio, where you've got pictures of toy soldiers and stuff like that. And same with Facebook and obviously other places. Obviously, if you want more cool scenarios like this, go over to the Storyteller's Vault on Drive-Thru RPG, and you will find a plethora of well-respected actually scenarios for Chronicles of Darkness. So there are things there which involve Sheffield and horrible things happening in Sheffield, or things happening in Paris, or things happening in buttfuck nowhere Herefordshire, where I grew up. So those are all brilliant starter scenarios for Chronicles of Darkness, for Geist, for Mortals games, for whatever you want to do. Or for Hunter, because I think Hunter the Vigil has had...
Is a badass game.
It's gone out to backers. And is a badass game. Yeah, so that's everything for now. If you want to listen to some more actual play, head over to What Am I Rolling? Because part 1 of the one-shots of the Reichlands is there. So that is sheep in wolf's clothing.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
And it's fucking hilarious because I think it's got the most ridiculous collection of accents ever being used. I think who's the player? Who's the player playing the rat catcher?
Oh, Naomi. Yeah.
Yeah, that's just too funny. It's so ridiculous. Yeah, but we'll do more of that. If you want more one shots of the Reichland and stuff like that, we'll be doing that. Yeah, and obviously DM's book club. There's more episodes from Fiona on cool stuff for that. We'll do some more Darkhammer at some point. I've got this real need to talk about how to roleplay Bretonians because they're pseudo-chivalrous French people in the Warhammer world, basically. So how do we play that? Yeah,
they just all walk in a line. It's fine.
Yeah,
figure it out.
Obviously we will be reviewing soon the new Sabbat book for Vampire 5th edition because that is out on PDF. We won't
There are
be getting
some
hard
paper copies.
Yeah, we won't be getting hard copies for a while because, shipping and all that shite. But yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for everyone for taking part so far in Vampire. We'll be back with another episode which will highlight one of the characters a little bit more and may not involve such grodiness of going into sewers and shit like that. Anything else to be said? Anything else to plug?
Thanks again, Chris. That was an amazing session. So
thank you.
I have something to plug.
Oh
yes, of course, yeah.
Yeah, I wrote for a compendium for D&D. So beyond the Wild and
Beyond the Witchlight.
Yeah, the Wild Beyond the Witchlight. Thank you. Attractions and rides and things like that. So if you are enjoying your D&D 5e content and you want more, please go over to DM's Guild and look there. We are in the top 20 of bestsellers on there at the moment. We got as high as 13th, but we're still in the top 20 now, and we're halfway to Copper already, and it came out 3 days ago. So we are very, very, very proud of that.
That's cool. Very cool. Brilliant. Well, that's it. We will be back in 2 weeks' time with a brand new episode of this, brand new story, and we'll mostly look at the loose ends of this because I'm sure that will be acres
no
of
to this whatsoever.
But that is us for now.
Dry cleaning bills alone.
Oh, yeah.
No, because we're gonna get charged.
Dog is paying
we will
for
see
everything.
you in 2 weeks' time. So goodbye.
See you in 2 weeks.
For now.
Good night, my friend.